It's just
Now
like,
we have.
Yeah,
now
I
it's
got
happened
you.
for the worst time.
Yeah. All right, guys, we are live and in living color. Welcome to another fantastic episode of This Week in Reselling. I am your host, Ray, one half of the Nashville Flippers. I am joined by my co-host, if I can't talk right now, Dustin. Dustin, how are you today?
Doing good. Doing good. It's been a
Doing
good day.
doing good. All right, and I am here with the guest on today's podcast. We're joined today by Adam, aka Adam's Exploits on YouTube. Adam, what's going on, man?
just excited to be on your show. I appreciate you having me on. I had you on my show, and I appreciate you doing, reciprocating the favor.
Yeah, for sure, man. Well, we love to have, one of the things that, when Dustin and I wanted to start the podcast, we just started a podcast just to do it. And we were just talking, him and I, just our week in reselling. That's why we called it This Week in Reselling. And it's kind of evolved into like an interview type show, right, Dustin? And I kind of like it better. I kind of like it better because we get to, interact with and talk to other resellers and get their perspective on certain things and learn from them. So I think it's awesome.
I feel like it's different than everything out there as well.
Exactly. Which is great because it sets us apart for sure. So guys, if you want to if you're listening to this, make sure you hit the subscribe button and leave a 5-star review and put a review down. I think from now on, Dustin, if someone's, puts a review down on the iTunes, maybe we should read it live on the podcast. It would be something that would be interesting,
comment or something like that, Absolutely.
Exactly. So, but Adam, I know, speaking of YouTube shows, Adam has a great YouTube show on Wednesday nights, correct, Adam?
Yes, at 7 p.m. Eastern.
Awesome. Could you tell us a little bit about your show? Just a little.
Yeah, I do about 95% live stream interviews. I've been doing live streams every Wednesday. I've had co-hosts over the years. Currently, I'm doing the show by myself, but I bring guests on. I do, like I said, I do about 90% live streams. This week, I'm going to probably reach out to a friend of mine and have them come on about halfway through. I'm going to do more like a new segment because I figure I'm doing a show with you. So I figured I don't want to do 3-4 hours of live streams. So I'm going to do a live stream, but I'm going to have them come on and we'll talk about just reselling in general. But I'm going to do I do about every 7th or 8th one. I do like a news segment. I kind of research what's going on with Facebook and eBay and Poshmark, Macquarie, Amazon, and I do a little news segment. I kind of keep track of the postal service, what they're doing, or what they're not doing. So right now I'm probably 75% probably going to do a news show, and I'm going to have a couple of friends of mine going to reach out to them, probably have them pop on like maybe 20 minutes into the show, and then we'll just have like a general reselling chat.
Oh, that sounds great. Do you know when you're going to start that, or is that still kind of in the works?
Well, that's good. Like I said, I do a live stream every Wednesday. So like I said, probably 7 out of 8 times or 8 out of 10 times I have a guest. Okay, so like I said, perfect. So this particular week, since I was doing your show, I will probably just do a news segment and then have somebody come on and, for like half an hour, just talk reselling in general. There's a lot of channels out there that have done that. How Johnny does it. And he brings people on, and there were other channels back in the day that morning shows. They bring people on and they just talk reselling in general. But I like to be more focused. I tell people I had ADD before they even knew what ADD was. So I'm a little bit older than you guys. So, before they even knew what ADD, I had it. And I was an AB student, but I could never get work done at school. So I try to keep myself focused. I do what's called a runner show. So I keep, like a loose outline of topics I want to talk about. And then I had you on the show. So I go over topics with you. And I like preparing to keep me focused and keep me on track. So
for sure.
But that's how I do it.
Now, Adam, let's say hi to some people in the chat. Sure. We have Marie. She says hello. Good to see you, Marie. Marie's always on here. She's one of our favorite people for sure. And we have the Rural Squirrel says hello. Good to see you. And we have Dave the Gent. Dave the Gentleman coming on. Good to see you, Dave. And we have Philly Flipper. He says, "What's up, Ray, Dustin, and Adam, and everyone? Good to see you, Philly Flipper." Now, Adam, you talked about your show, but let's get to know you a little better. Like, how did you get into reselling and all that good stuff? Like, give us the origin story. I always say that. Give us the origin story on how Adam became Adam. Just kind of like give us a little brief explanation or of like how you got into reselling. I know that your family has a background in education, so like maybe touching a little bit about that. That would be great.
So what happened was I was in outside sales for almost 30 years in the wine and liquor business. I was working in retail. Then I got a position in a display company. It was like a training program for wine and liquor sales. I was with them for about 25 years. Unfortunately, a lot of my big accounts were sold off, and I ended up getting laid off. It's all about dollars, to these larger companies. So I said, okay, well, I tried selling mattresses, which I hated. That was terrible. So then I said, well, I'll get back into retail, and I'll network my way into a manager's job or a buyer's job. So the short version was I was working in retail. I ended up tearing my Achilles tendon. So and I kept working on it. I was in a store that was cement floors, cement steps, cement warehouse. So I was on my feet constantly on cement. So it was tearing me up. So I would tell my manager, I said, look, I need 2 days off in a row. I said the one day I just basically lay in bed because my Achilles is killing me. And then the second day I go out and I run my errands. I do some house cleaning and whatnot, those type of things. So long story short, I tried rest. That didn't work. I tried physical therapy. That didn't work. So finally I had to have surgery done. So I had my Achilles tendon replaced. So what happened was I tried to file for workman's comp. And of course, businesses don't like paying workman's comp because it costs the insurance company money. And insurance companies don't like paying. So long story short, they wouldn't pay my claim. So it's like, okay, I got no money coming in. I'm not working. I had surgery. So it's like, actually, this was before the surgery. So it's like, what am I going to do? I got to have some kind of money coming in, something. Yeah. So back in the day, my mother was a kind of like a single parent. My father was ill growing up. So my mother was kind of like a single parent, and she was a school teacher as well, but she was kind of frugal. She was always shop for deals, and she would go to like Marshalls. She would call it Marshalls. I go to Target and call it Target, make it sound French like it was ritzy, So she taught me the value of a bargain and shopping clearance. So it's like, okay, well, I'm gonna go to Goodwill. I'm gonna go to thrift shops. I'm gonna go to try to buy clearance at these these big box discounters, do retail arbitrage and try to generate some money. So for a while there, I was doing pretty well. I was selling a lot of women's jeans, and there was a good market for that. But now I have more like the older styles. I have like the boot cuts and the straight legs, and everybody likes the skinny legs, so the high waist, the mom jeans. So I'm in the process of kind of like retooling my store right now, but I'm mainly clothing right now. But that's why I got into reselling, because I had to have some money come in. Eventually, I ended up going on a disability. So I do reselling part-time to help generate income, to help me pay my expenses.
Nice.
My goal is my goals are probably to do like $500 to $600 a week gross sales. That's my goal, and because you have a limit where you can make only a certain amount when you're on disability, or you get taxed on it, and then they question you, well, you're making X amount of dollars, you're not really disabled, which that's another story. But anyway, it's tricky.
Yeah, it's tricky for sure. And I know that's the beauty about reselling is that if you need it, like if there's a need, and then for that extra income, reselling can be that side hustle, quote unquote, or the way to provide extra income for the need that you may have. And I would say it would be one of the easiest, wouldn't you think, Dustin?
I agree. I think it can be the easiest for sure.
Yeah.
Unless you really good at betting, then that can be easier. But I suck at betting, so
yeah. Don't get me started there. I would have lost my shirt on all these games.
I got that right.
But I thought the Packers would have won, and I would have thought that Kansas City would have won, and and I would have thought that Tampa Bay would have won, so I would have lost my shirt.
Yeah, I stay away from betting for sure. Dustin seems to be having some pretty good luck in betting.
Sometimes I'm in a down slope right now.
Oh man, I keep telling Dustin will text back and forth. He's like, dude, I'm up this much. I'm like, bro, you better cash it out and run with it. He's like, nah, man, I gotta let it ride. I'm like, oh man. I was like, no, don't do it, man. But Adam, you talked about working at a mattress store for a little bit.
Right.
Dustin and I have this like inside joke. A lot of people think that they're like fronts for like money laundering. Because there's like one here, at least here, like every 4 miles within each other. It's
there's
crazy.
a couple of them that are across the street from each other, and I swear the parking lot is always empty.
Yeah, it's always empty.
And
You're 100% commission, and then they'll put your draw on commission, and then it was like, okay, well, you're not generating enough income. It's like, well, I might see one person a day if I'm lucky.
Yeah.
And if you go in a bigger store, then you work with larger people, but then they want the better salespeople. They want to hook them up with the other, top producing salespeople. So it's tough. I mean, I made money, and then it got to the point where it was like, okay, they burn insuring you. They get you to try to sell you to your family and your friends, which I didn't do. I just sold to the customers that came in there. And then after a while, it's like, okay, well, you're not really making enough money for us, so we're going to have to let you go.
Yeah. But that's why we say it's like, because there'll be one across from the street from each other. And it's like, man, how many people actually go in and buy mattresses like every day? So that's why we say it's like a money laundering, like conspiracy somehow, because they're pop up everywhere. And like, there's no way they can even pay rent if you're like you were saying, Adam, there's like one person a day.
Yeah. And you got to make sure you sell them, because if you don't sell them, you don't make any money.
Yeah.
Exactly. It doesn't make any sense. Let me
know. I was there from like 9 a.m. to like 9 p.m. And on weekends it was, I think, like 12 to 7. And I wasn't getting paid unless I sold something.
Where do the mattresses go that don't sell? Like, where do they go?
Well, we had warehouses. We had like displays, and then we would keep like, maybe, depending upon the size of the store, they might have 30, 40 mattresses in the store, for, so to speak, pickup. But then you could get either delivered to the store, or you could pay and have it delivered to your residence. But we had regional warehouses, and I worked for Sleepy's, which is a part of a mattress firm now. Mattress firm bought them up, but they closed like 75% of the stores in my area. They closed them down, which there was just way too many of the stores in this area.
It's crazy. We have Swamp Picker jumping on. Good to see you, Swamp Picker. We have Justin. Good to see you, Justin. And we have Alan. What's up, Alan? Good to see you. Alan, I got to actually meet Alan 2 weeks ago at the Amazon liquidation store. Yeah. I don't think you met him. You might have met him this week, Dustin, and you just don't remember.
I probably did.
So we also have Shay, the MD Picker. Good to see you, Shay. Glad you can jump on. So Adam, we talked a little bit about how do you only sell? What are the avenues of where you sell resell? eBay, Amazon, Mercari.
Right now it's just eBay, and I'm doing some Facebook Marketplace. Very little. I have some higher end things I want to sell locally, but I was kind of hesitant, with the meeting people and whatnot, and then with what's going on in the world, I was like kind of hesitant. But I have I have things that I got in from when I was working the wine and liquor business, so I have some really nice Captain Morgan mirrors that are beautiful. But I'm going to try to sell them locally through Facebook, because I mean they're like 5 by 8,
Sweet.
So they're huge. But nice. I'm sure somebody would love that for their man cave. So I'm gonna try to price that out and come up with a price for that, and then sell it locally. So I'm hoping come spring or summer, hopefully things will die down a little bit, and I'll be able to get out into the these mean streets, as they like to say.
Mean streets. Let's go. All right, Adam. So we have a segment on the show. I don't know if you watch our show before or listen to it, but we have a segment on our show called Overrated, Underrated. Okay, we're gonna get to know you a little better, Adam. We're gonna have 10 different subjects, and you're going to let us know if they're overrated or underrated, 5 being reselling related and 5 not being reselling related. All right. And you're going to let us know why. And you can't pick evenly rated. I'm going to put that rule into effect, because a lot of people,
I know a lot of people would like, I know what you're
like, pick one or the other. All right. So that's what we're going to do. So let's go ahead and go. But before we start, we want to give a shout out to the sponsor of the show, Adam. PoppingOffToys.com, the leading provider of Funko Pops. There's some really good Funko Pops coming out lately, guys. I don't know if you've noticed or not. They just dropped the Hamilton Funko Pops, the Jabberwocky Funko Pops, the new Batman Funko Pops. I mean, they got some really good stuff. And of course, they gave us a code. So if you use the code Nashville Flippers, you're going to receive 10% off your entire order. You got an Eddie Van Halen Funko Pop, guys. Who wouldn't want that? I think that's so cool. Sweet. So do you collect any Funko Pops, Adam?
No.
You don't collect any Funko Pops?
No, I don't collect Funko Pops. I know people that
do. If you start, it's a habit of, it's a lot. It's a habit. So if you don't collect them now, I advise you don't collect them at all.
No, I don't want to. I don't want to get into that. I don't want to get addicted.
You'll have
to
a whole
Funko
room
Pops.
over here full of Funko Pops.
Right.
But guys, again, if you want to save 10% off, go to poppingofftoys.com and use the code Nashville Flippers, and you'll get 10% off. So, Adam, overrated, underrated, number 1, the Goodwill.
It's funny you said you can't go in the middle. I'm gonna say overrated. And the reason I say overrated because the prices just keep going up and up and up. I knew somebody. I'll give you a little background. When I was working in the retail store, I had a friend who I knew, and prior to working in the store, and he was one of the part-time managers, so to speak. And he worked for Goodwill for a while in like their middle management. And they used to spend money like drunken sailors. I mean, they used to have these huge parties, and because I live in the South Jersey area near Philadelphia, so the region is like Philadelphia and South Jersey. They used to have these big, huge Christmas parties at the casinos, and give all their employees, not our employees, but their management people rooms, and spend all kind of money. And I'm sure you follow some of these Facebook groups and some of the YouTube videos where people say the prices are just going through the roof. And I personally, I think it's overrated. So that's my opinion.
There you go. You heard it there first, guys. The people that are complaining about, oh, don't buy the little shoes. What about the poor kid that ain't got shoes? What are you doing? Quit reselling stuff. They're just using the money and they're getting drunk off of it, according to Adam. Right, Adam? They're, and a lot of people don't know that they use the money to help, their charity or whatever. It's not necessarily like the things there are for the needy, quote unquote. I think that's the stigma.
They hire underprivileged people. They hire people that have, criminal records and whatnot. That's allegedly why you're not allowed to film typically in their stores. But like I said, it's a nonprofit company, and they can spend money. They can really, and like I said, the prices I think are out of control right now.
Yeah, that's just funny you say that about hiring people with criminal records, because our favorite Goodwill employee, Brenda, Dustin and I, she's sweet as you can be. I can't imagine her having a criminal record, but it's just.
Oh no, I'm not saying all of, but
I know. I'm just thinking of Brenda like being some sort of like loan shark, breaking people's kneecaps on the side or something like that.
Well, they have training programs too, where they train people maybe that don't have help them get their GEDs and whatnot. So they do some good things.
Yeah. Marie saying ours is underrated, but ours does sales all week. Sunday, Monday has 99-cent tags and half off tags. The next week, the half off tags are wow.
That's unusual.
Awesome.
That's unusual.
Yeah. A couple chat. Oh, they're talking about the blizzard. Did you get a lot of snow over there in Philadelphia?
Got about 8 or 9 inches.
Okay, that's not.
So
too bad.
I shoveled like 3/4 of it yesterday, and I was out. I live in a row house. I'm on the far end, and they plow the snow behind my backyard.
Oh,
so and then they plow like 6 o'clock in the morning, and it snowed till like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So there was like a good 4 inches of snow that was still there. So I mean, I have an SUV, but still, I'm on the inside. I kind of have to do like a K turn. I have to kind of like back up and then go out like this, like a K turn in reverse. So I got to shovel that all out. So I finished that up this morning. So. That was not fun.
Nice. We have Captain Op Shop Nerd says, "Good day, folks. How you doing? Good to see you, man. Glad you can stop by." All right, so let's move on. Number 2, Adam.
Overrated, underrated, Pokemon.
I'm not a Pokemon person because I didn't grow up in that era, so to speak. So I guess. Underrated. I mean, from people that do well with it, but me personally, I'm not really a Pokemon person.
So, are you going underrated or?
I'm going underrated. I think a lot of people do well with Pokemon, but I mean, me personally, I'm not really a Pokemon person.
Okay, good to hear that. I know Pokemon is the number 1 selling IP in the world. Disney, Mickey, Star Wars, number 1. They're the most. Maurice is overrated. I say they're underrated. It's going to be here till we're old and gray. After we leave this earth, Pokemon will still be number 1. And they're number 1 IP like by a long shot, not even close. So,
yeah, like I said, I think it's underrated in general, but for me personally, I don't get involved with Pokemon. But
I got you.
Just from observing what's going on, I think it's kind of underrated.
Yeah. All right, let's move on. Number 3, overrated, underrated, and we just talked a little bit about this. Facebook Marketplace, Adam.
Personally, I think it's underrated, but I've had some people come on my show and they've had experiences. Like I had Ed, the reselling rider, and he had some issues with customer support for Facebook Marketplace, where he sold some Crocs, and with the Crocs, the sizes are on the bottom of the shoes, and apparently he had pictures with the two sizes on, the correct sizes, and the person filed a claim like 2 weeks later and said that Ed sent him out two different size shoes. But in his pictures, he's got the picture of the sizes of the shoe, and then there was no support. And then you can contact, I think, either by email or by chat. And apparently, he contacted the wrong department. And once you do it once, you cannot follow up. You get one shot, and that's it. So it wasn't a lot of money, but it was like $25 that he lost on the sale, and they just basically refunded the money to the buyer, and he was out to $25.
That's terrible. What do you think about that, D?
Don't like that. Don't like that at all. You only get one shot. Come on.
That's stupid. Like,
yeah, I thought it was
kind of business crazy. Is that?
Yeah.
That's terrible customer service, in my opinion.
I mean, with eBay, it's like 99% of the time the buyer is right with eBay, but at least you can contact customer service. You can contact, eBay, on Facebook, eBay for business on Facebook, contact customer support. But apparently with Facebook, the customer support is pretty lacking for the sellers.
Maybe we just need to meet. Maybe they're waiting for the metaverse, and we can just meet them at the, in the virtual reality or something.
Give them the item.
There's a lot of Marvel movies coming out. I know that.
Yeah, that's terrible. That sounds terrible. All right, so let's move on. Overrated, underrated. Number 4.
Number 4, NFTs.
Me personally, I would say they're overrated. But I'm kind of hedging a little bit because I know people that do well with NFTs. A friend of mine, Chris the Thrift Shop Hustler, was in NFTs before all the hubbub, and he tried to get Gary V involved, and Gary V wouldn't do it. Now Gary V's all over it. I mean, if you follow Gary V, he's all over NFTs now.
Oh
yeah. Let's see if we can. Marie says if you can turn your mic up a little bit, Dustin, or move it a little closer to you. Maybe it's not picking it up good. There we go.
It's like probably 2 inches from my face.
Okay, that's a little better. It sounds a little better.
I've had trouble hearing Dustin in the past, but now with my earbuds, I can hear him fine. But I know when I listen on my computer, I used to have sometimes have problems. He's a little bit lower than
another mic I got.
Yeah. Did you get another mic?
Well, no. Remember that other small black one I got?
Okay.
This is why this mic was at the Amazon store.
I hear you fine now because I got my earbuds, but when I watch the show and I have a speaker, you are quite a bit lower than Ray typically.
Yeah, my mic is like right here in my face.
Right. And I get the same mic. Get the same mic. It's about a foot from me. Okay,
nice. So we were talking about NFTs, Adam. So I personally don't understand NFTs, and I'm an art guy. I have an art degree.
Right.
I'm considered quote unquote an artist or whatever. It doesn't matter.
Right.
But I don't understand. I just don't understand it. I feel like maybe 10 years from now, NFTs are going to be different than what they are today. But I just don't get it. I don't get it. I would like to sell some NFTs. Maybe Dustin and I can make some Nashville Flippers NFTs.
Apparently, you can make your own and just make a lot of money.
It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense to me. I don't know.
Well, cryptocurrency is another thing that I don't get. I mean, apparently it's I don't follow it per se, but I know it's been very, very low recently. But for a while there, it was going crazy. It was going up.
Buy it up.
Yeah.
Bitcoin.
Yeah. It's crazy. All right. So let's move on. Overrated, underrated, if I can talk. Number 5, thermal printers, Adam.
Underrated.
Okay, let us know why.
If you ever watch my channel, I swear by thermal printers. If you do any kind of volume, I mean, even if you're doing a handful of packages a week, it's so simple. It's so cost effective. I mean, do I want to be messing with this thing to put a label on or getting out my scissors and cutting it and then, making copies on my printer and then cutting it to size and then taping it? Thermal printers, you peel off the back, you slap it on there, you're good to go. And it prints, mine particular one prints one in like maybe 30 seconds, 45 seconds per label. And it's so easy. And the cost is is virtually non-existent because I mean, there's no ink. The labels are very, very inexpensive. Sometimes you get them for free. I think it's FedEx that gives FedEx or UPS. It's free labels. I have a friend of mine that buys like pallets and pallets and pallets of the labels because he does that kind of volume. So
Wow.
I mean, he hooks me up with labels whenever I need them.
That's awesome. Well, guys, if you didn't know, if you didn't watch our giveaway video, we are doing a giveaway at 3,000 subscribers. We're going to be giving away 2 of these thermal printers, the IDPRT, courtesy of IDPRT. We're giving away 2 of these suckers, brand new. So if you have not checked out the giveaway video on our YouTube channel, once we hit 3,000 subscribers, Dustin and I are going to be giving away some thermal printers, baby. So if you're listening to this, go over to YouTube, subscribe, and you could win a thermal printer. Check out that video. It says giveaway. I think it just says giveaway. So
it's a great printer, by the way, because I actually use that one.
You use that particular one? Okay.
Yep. The exact same model. It's great.
Yeah. You don't have to get a Rolo or a Dymo. They all basically work the same. And this one, I think, is the same. It's like I wouldn't say generic version of the Rolo, but
it looks like a Rolo. Yeah, it looks similar to a Rolo. Yeah.
So it's pretty good stuff. So, all right. So let's move on. Number 6.
Overrated, underrated Chicago style pizza.
Probably gonna get in trouble for this, but I'm gonna say overrated.
Oh,
I don't like all that bread. I don't like all that. I like thin crust because I live near Philly, and that New York influence of the thin crust. I'm more of a thin crust pizza kind of guy.
I'm right there with you.
I mean, we have Pizzeria Uno, which is Chicago crust allegedly, but it's a chain, so it's not as good as if you went, per se up got it in Chicago. But I've only been to Chicago once, and that was when I was always an entrepreneur, and I had like some business ideas, and we got kind of screwed. Me and my partner got screwed on a deal. So we chased this guy down to Chicago, and I basically just flew in and flew out of Chicago, so I never really spent any kind of time. I would like to go to see Pete Craigslist Hunter's store, though. I would like to go see that.
Okay,
That's
nice.
right outside of Chicago.
So, wait, let me get this straight. So, you were doing a deal with pizza, and it went sour?
No. I was doing a deal. We were it was like marketing. Back in the day, children, everybody was worried about children, safety of children when they're going to school, and make sure they were fingerprinted and protected and all this stuff. And this guy had kind of like a business opportunity. So I would go to like the local business opportunity shows, and we bought into this program. I'm sorry, that's the wrong program. That was one of the other deals I did. This was actually a real estate tax appeals. And what happened was I studied for that. And what happened was the real large cities and the townships in my area basically threatened us and said we were practicing law, because the problem is that when you're a homeowner, you can testify on your behalf, and the assessor is supposed to allow you to testify, but they wouldn't. So what happened was these people would say they want us to testify, and we couldn't legally testify. Of course, we're not lawyers. I had the same issue when I appealed my property tax on my property because I had the background. And then I went to the local tax appeal, and they basically denied me, and they wouldn't even let me testify. They wouldn't let me submit any kind of evidence. And they're like, well, did you hire an agency to do this? I said, no. I said, I studied this. I know how to do this. And I said, by law, you're supposed to allow me. Well, if you don't like it, you can appeal. And to appeal, it was like $2,000 application fee. And you had to hire a lawyer.
Oh, man.
So anyway, so the
who did you chase to Chicago?
The guy that had the business opportunity, that because we couldn't use the program that he was preaching.
Oh, man.
He was doing another seminar in Chicago. So we flew into Chicago and confronted him. So it didn't go well, but
there's a lot of shysters out there.
Yeah,
a lot of shysters.
Yeah.
A lot of shysters. All right. So overrated, underrated, number 7. Adam, yard sales.
Underrated.
Do you get to go to a lot of yard sales?
The problem I have in my area is the weather. We probably have about a 6-month season. I would say probably April to November. What's that? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, but maybe 7-month season. Maybe October. And by the October, it's pretty much done. So I like them. It's hit or miss. I used to really like the yard sale treasure map app, and now they don't have access to Craigslist, so it makes it difficult.
Yeah.
So, and I always talk about yard sales on my show, and I say, the old saying, the early bird gets the worm, because they always say, no early birds. And I was saying, well, if you're not there early, somebody else is going to beat you there. So I try to get there about 20 to 25 minutes early. I sit in my car and then I wait. If people start showing up, then I move as fast as I can. And I said, do you mind if I look around? Because if you get there at 10 after or 5 of or whatever, 90% of the time it's going to be picked through.
That's true. I feel like there's a pro and con to that, because in our experience, like Dustin and I,
Right.
we talk about, we had to have a yard sale for my father because he was moving, and we're just trying to get rid of everything. So by the end of the day, we're basically just giving everything away.
Stuff away.
Like you want this, take it. So like you were saying, probably all the good stuff is picked over. But I would say you could probably still make some money towards the end of the day, because people they don't want to take the stuff to Goodwill.
Well, I'll give you a pro tip. Have business cards made up, and I like using Vistaprint for business cards. And you can use like a Google phone number. You don't have to use your regular cell phone number. It's still going to go to your cell phone, and then make offers to these people. Say, look, if you guys want to get rid of this stuff, if you don't sell it at the end of the day, I'm more than happy to come and pick up whatever you have left, and I'll make you a deal, or I'll we just want to get rid of stuff. I'll be glad to pick it up for you.
There you go. What's the success rate for that for you, Adam? Has anybody ever?
I personally have not had a lot of success, because I just have a small SUV, but I know people that have done it and been very successful with it.
Okay.
The big trucks to make a couple of trips, with the big,
yeah,
long bay trucks.
Dustin and I are actually, one of our goals for this year is we want to purchase a van for our.
Right, you said you want to have like a Scooby-Doo van, right, with the Nashville postcards on the side, right?
Yep.
Yeah, man. I went to an estate sale Friday, and the guy that passed away, he had a Cadillac. And Dustin was like, man, we should just buy the Cadillac and use it. And I was like, there's not enough room in the Caddy. But it was brand new. This guy it's in immaculate condition, and they wanted like $6,500. And I was like, man, that would be a great investment. But we have our boy Messall. Go ahead.
I was saying, Marie's saying in the chat she's gotten things for free or nearly free by that.
There you go. See, exactly. Maria says we've gotten stuff for free or nearly free at the end of yard sales. That's what I'm saying. Don't sleep towards the end. Don't sleep on it. Maybe if there's like a good yard sale that you pick, maybe the first part of the day you went to that good yard sale, and you might loop around towards the end and see if they still have any good stuff left. Right. That could be a way to get some.
Or maybe try to make a bundle. Say, look, if you guys just want to get rid of this stuff, I can make it. You want to make me a deal? Exactly.
But we have our boy Messall Diggs is in the building. He says Ike and subscribe, which that's what it says on my sign here. And here's the thing about this, Messall. I lost the L. I don't know where it is. So, and I don't want to buy an L for this thing. So I just, it's kind of a joke because people see it. So it's noticeable. They notice it more.
Oh, so that's why it's IKE instead of LIKE?
Exactly. Okay. And like Dustin and I were saying, we don't take any L's. So that's why there's no L's on the side. We don't take any L's.
Only W's?
Only W's. Only W's.
So you could do Wyke and describe.
Wyke. That's funny.
For the W.
I can subscribe.
Yeah. So Messall, he lives a little bit north west of us, and we I've been talking to him. We need to meet up at least once a month. We need to meet up with Messall,
absolutely,
Chef Messall. So we'll get into that for sure. All right, so let's see. I wanted a tiny shed at a sale. They wanted $50 for it. I said, let me think about it. And the guy went to talk to his brother and let me have it for free, but I had to take everything else. Okay, hey, why not, right? That's what Marie was saying. So, all right. So let's move on. Overrated, underrated. Number 8.
Number 8, TikTok.
I think it's underrated for you guys.
I think it's underrated for you, Adam.
Because you guys are killing it. You guys are killing it on TikTok.
I think do you have a TikTok, Adam?
I do not.
Okay.
I think you're perfect for TikTok, right? You just have the whole genre figured out.
You need to start one, Adam.
I don't know if I have the TikTok personality.
You do. You'd be
I'm a little
surprised.
dry. I'm a little dry, and I'm not really like
It's not about it's not about dryness or wetness or personalities.
not wetness.
Well, you know what I mean. It's just like the information that you gain on there, because at first it's all about dancing and all that, but it's kind of evolved.
Right.
The videos are doing well is the videos that you're learning something from.
More
What kind of
informational.
value are you getting from those videos?
Right.
So those are always going to do well. And even if you don't have these huge numbers, you build a community. And what do you think, Dustin? What do you think about TikTok?
It's definitely informational. But I missed the dance. I want to see more dance videos though. Our first probably best one yet. Best one.
Yeah. Our first TikTok was Dustin dancing.
Okay.
So
it was
very good.
Very good dancing. It's been my.
Why, let me ask you a question about TikTok. Why is it you're allowed to play copyrighted music on TikTok, but you can't play it on the other platforms? I mean, they don't pursue them.
I think it's some of them are 15 seconds and some of them are 30 and some of them are like a minute long.
Okay.
The minute long videos, I think, or the minute long songs, I think, are copyright free. The 15-second ones, I think it's not long enough for it to be copyrighted. And but here's the thing, Adam, I have had videos that have repurposed on like YouTube Shorts, and they can't be monetized. They can be on there.
They'll pull them down in a minute. I mean, you could have 5 seconds of the copyrighted music, and they'll pull it down because they had the bots. They had the bots listening for music and looking for video as well.
Exactly, but I haven't had any issues with it, and I think
with TikTok,
it's just I think the record companies are finally, they're getting more exposure from it than not. Like if a song blows up, I mean, look at
that link and go download it. That's what they'll do.
Exactly. People would download, or like for instance, what's that? The guy that was riding the skateboard drinking that cranberry juice. What's the name?
Yeah.
What's the band?
I can't remember his name. Yeah, I know you're talking about though.
But like everybody
was he like in Arizona or something? He was going down the road, like
it's like everybody knew that song now.
Right.
Gosh, what's the name of that song? It's on the tip of the famous band. I can't remember. Fleetwood Mac.
Fleetwood Mac.
Okay. Yeah, Fleetwood Mac. So now you have Gen Zs listening to Fleetwood Mac.
Right.
There was like the #1 stream song on Spotify when that thing like blew up. So it's like
was it Capri Sun he was drinking too? The cranberry Capri Sun?
No, it was the whole
ocean. Was it Ocean
Spray? Yeah.
Ocean Spray. Okay.
Yeah, Ocean Spray, cranberry juice.
Hope they got the sponsor his channel as Ocean Spray.
Yeah, they gave him like a truck and stuff, which they should.
Well, I think he got a house. He ended up getting a house too.
You got a house out of it? Wow.
Oh man. He's playing his cards right for sure.
So get a skateboard, Adam, on your first TikTok. Get a skateboard and Ocean Spray. And talk about reselling. You're good. You're in it.
Adam did have a torn Achilles at one point, so that would be interesting to see you right.
I had the one repaired. I need the other one repaired, but I don't know if I'm ever get that done. That's so strange.
All right. Let's move on. Overrated and underrated number 9. Macari.
Personally, I don't use Macari, and from my experience with having other resellers on, I think it's overrated. Just from what I'm learning about Macari.
Nice.
Just my experience. I mean, I don't sell Macari, and a lot of other resellers that I've had on my channel, the vast majority of them have stopped using Macari as a reselling platform.
I've heard some people recently have been kicked off of Macari, like randomly, like their accounts have been shut down. And let me know, guys, if the people in the chat, if that's correct. And starting February 1st, their shipping rates are going up, but like a lot. I don't know if you've seen that or not.
No, Ed mentioned that on my channel, and my last guest I had on, he said he has a video on. I haven't watched the video, but he did say the shipping prices were going up.
Like, and it's not like a little bit. I've seen like $2.50 for like everything over 5 pounds. It's like a lot,
stupid.
and that's just like
Yeah.
USPS. So it's great. It's crazy.
Well, one thing I did notice, I got a message from, I don't know if you guys use Pirate Ship, but Pirate Ship is going to accept PayPal now.
Oh, interesting.
I use PayPal for a lot of things. I have a cashback credit card tied to my PayPal, and then I use that when I purchase from Pirate Ship. So if all things are equal, sometimes it's a little bit cheaper on Pirate Ship, sometimes it's the same on eBay, but I typically use Pirate Ship.
Nice, that's good.
And they're accepting PayPal now. I just got an email about that.
Okay. We have Katie Reeds that just jump on. Good to see you, Katie. Katie was actually our guest on last week's show. So if you guys want to catch that, learn about buying and reselling books, check that out. Dustin and I, we were at Goodwill. What day was that, D?
It's probably Monday or Tuesday. Probably Tuesday, I think. It was Tuesday.
And were you looking at the books and you're like, man, I don't see how she does it. There's just so much book. There's so many books.
So many books to look at.
So many books.
I was on I was watching a YouTube auction last night. A friend of mine has a very large YouTube auction channel, and Katie was in there. She was bidding on postcards from like the early 1900s.
Oh,
and the bidding got up to almost to $600 on this lot. I was like, wow, okay, Katie.
wow. Katie, did you win the auction? Let us know. I'm curious.
She backed out, but I mean, I think she was like 560, 570 when she backed out.
What was so special about the
Katie was on my channel as well too. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay. What was so special about the postcards?
Katie would be able to tell you better than me, but they had all different kind. They had, like I said, and it was funny. The guy that I forget, the Schreiker, I think is his name. Schreiker 20 is the gentleman that was selling them. He's a moderator, and he handles a lot of the auctions on Donatello's channel. And he was telling like these particular types of postcards are from like the early 1900s. These are from like the 1907 to 1920, and they're all different styles, and the line down the middle. I mean, I think he said it was like 1920 something where they put the line where before you could only put like the person's address. You couldn't write anything. So then they put the line on, so you could put on the one side, you could write something, and then you would have the address. But there was all different styles. So, I mean, apparently there's a lot of money in it. I was like, I'm not even $2 a postcard. I'm not bidding on it because I don't know.
Yeah. Ephemera. That's what it's called, right?
Ephemera. Yep. Right. Yeah. Ephemera. Yep.
All right. Marie's
postcards, magazines, newspapers. Right.
Yeah. Macari's having issues bad. She's saying, I agree. Let's see here. Popeye Postcards just dropped 10K on 1 million postcards. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, Popeye's postcard was on my friend's channel, Christopher Hustler, and he had a live stream last week. And Popeye apparently is one of the top, postcard sellers, and he's started making YouTube videos again. So if you're in the postcards, you might want to check out his channel, Popeye's Postcards.
Interesting. So be on the lookout for old postcards.
Yeah.
Who would have thought? I guess that makes sense because I know that I would kind of like to have maybe like old Opryland postcards. There used to be a theme park here next to the Grand Opry called Opryland.
Right.
And it's no longer there. It's a mall now. But I don't know. I think just the nostalgic of everything, I think that would be kind of neat to have.
Is Opryland still down there?
I wish.
No. Opryland, it's gone. It's Opry Mill. It turned into a mall.
Last time I was in Nashville, I had pneumonia. When I was working for the liquor wine company, we had a Jack Daniel's trip. And
cool.
They sent us to Nashville, and then I was like, I had pneumonia on the trip, so it's like, oh, this is nice. So I did get to go Opryland. I was strong enough to go to Opryland. It was really fun.
Did you go to Lynchburg, Tennessee, to the Jack Daniel's distillery?
Yes, we did. Yeah.
Okay. Nice. Fun fact: Lynchburg, Tennessee, it's actually a dry county, but you can drink on the distillery. Weird.
Right at the property. Yep.
Weird. All right. So last one up here, Adam. Overrated, underrated, number 10.
Number 10, Tom Brady.
Underrated. And I'm not a Tom Brady fan. I think they all cheat. I think Bill Belichick cheats. I think Tom Brady cheats. But I used to always think Joe Montana was the GOAT, and I personally think that Tom Brady is the GOAT now. Greatest of all time.
Do you think he's actually retiring after this season?
I don't know. That's the rumor, but I mean, apparently he's due a big bonus coming in. I think the beginning of February. But apparently the Tampa Bay can recover that money if he doesn't, play this year. Something I forget what the number is. Something like $15 million or something crazy.
Gosh. Marie says he's overrated. I don't know. I used to be a hater too, but you got to give props where props is due, right, Dustin?
Yeah, I guess.
I think he's the GOAT. I mean, I don't root for him, but I think he's the GOAT. I think he's the greatest of all time at quarterback.
Some of the Super Bowls are questionable. You got helped on a couple of them.
Yeah. I feel like he's getting younger throughout the years. Like, I don't know. He might be
44 and he plays like he's 30.
Yeah, it's crazy. He's got like that opposite like Benjamin Button disease, or he's getting older but looking younger. I don't know what's going on there. So
apparently he's a very strict diet, and he's really, really, and I guess Giselle doesn't want to play anymore. So the old saying, if you want a happy life, you have to have a happy wife, right?
That's
so
right.
Giselle's making that money, so she's there like, Tom, you're not going to play anymore.
Could be a vampire.
He could be a vampire.
Him and Keanu Reeves, I'm telling you.
Ooh. What about Pharrell, Dustin? Pharrell could be a vampire too.
Conspiracy. We got us another conspiracy.
Dustin's full of conspiracy theories. Mattress firm.
Right.
Tom Brady.
The unbranded AirPods.
Unbranded AirPods.
They're a mess.
Yeah. All right. So thank you so much for playing Overrated, Underrated, Adam. Make sure you guys subscribe to Adam's YouTube channel. It's linked down in the description below. And make sure you follow Adam on Instagram and anything else, Adam, that I might be missing that they could follow you on.
I'm on Twitter. I have a Facebook group. Like I said, I'll double check those links. Thank you for telling me. Like I said, I usually click on those links and double check them, but I haven't done it for a while. I usually copy and paste, and I know what the one with the Facebook group sometimes is an issue, so I copy and paste that. So I'll double check those. But I have a Facebook group. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Instagram. I have my business page under Adam's Exploits. So and that's about it. And on YouTube, obviously. And then my show is every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern.
Nice. And guys, if you have not already subscribed to our YouTube channel, the Nashville Flippers, go over and subscribe to the podcast This Week in Reselling. We're trying to hit 3,000 subscribers on YouTube, guys, so we can give away some thermal printers, baby. Let's go. And if you want to support Dustin and I, the best way to support is going over to our merch store, which is linked down in the description below, and purchasing some of this amazing merch. Some of this amazing Nashville Flippers merch. We got all kinds of stuff. We got mugs, we got hoodies, t-shirts, tote bags. We got it all, baby. And we're working on some new merch for the spring and a new shirt. I'm really excited about this shirt. I haven't showed Dustin what it is or the concept, but I think he's going to be excited. So if you guys want to check out some merch, go down in the description below and purchase some merch, baby. So, all right. So go ahead, Adam. I'm sorry.
No, that was Dustin that was talking.
I said, let's go.
Let's go. Let's go. There you go. We have Mile High Hustlers. They say, hey, y'all, good to see you. Glad that you can make it. All right, Adam. So our favorite segment on the show, Skip or Flip. I'm sure you've heard of it.
Yes.
So if Adam gets on his skateboard, goes down the street, drinking that cranberry juice, and happens to make it to the Goodwill, these are items that we're going to show you. And in your opinion, if you were to find these items, are you going to be skipping or are you going to be buying them and flipping them to resell? So Marie says you should give away a hoodie too. Hey, you never know. I could be feeling froggy. We could be feeling froggy.
Make sure it's my size too, so I can get in on this giveaway.
Dustin's still trying to get one of those hoodies.
Dustin's trying to get his own hoodie.
Yeah, that's right. All right. So skip or flip, Adam, and everyone in the chat. I would love for you guys to participate as well. So we're going to show you 3 items. We're just going to show you the pictures, Adam, and you're going to tell us if you would skip it or if you would flip it. All right. So first one up, we have this ball cap. We have a brown Atlanta Braves ball cap with a navy bill. There's two pins that come with the ball cap, and it's the 1999 World Series patch on the side of the ball cap. So let me know, Adam, if you see this at a Goodwill, at a yard sale, are you skipping or are you flipping? Let me know. And let me know, guys, in the chat. Are you skipping or are you flipping? Zach, let me know. Are you skipping or are you flipping? Not 1999 Atlanta Braves brown ball cap. What's your thought process here, Adam?
I would flip. I know when I had you on the show, and I've had Bobby the cap guy on. I know you talked about having the pins, and you said like if it's from a certain time frame, like you said, the World Series logo on there. I don't do real well with. That was one of the things I used to do well with. I used to flip hats. I used to get deals at Ross. I used to pay $3-4 for a hat and flip it for $25-30. Now they're $10-12 at Ross. But I think that particular hat, I think I would flip that.
Okay. Now, a lot of people in the chat, Marie's saying I'm flipping, Justin's flipping, Zach is flipping. What are you doing, Dustin? You flipping or you skipping?
I'll flip it because hats, especially those kind of hats, currently right now are fire. They're fire right now to sell.
Now, you know a little bit about these hats, right, Dustin?
Yeah, a little bit.
I got, as you can see there, my size. So, all right. So everyone's flipping. So this is what this hat sold for, guys. And before I show you, no, I did not pay this much for this hat. So here we go. This hat sold for $600.
That's insane.
That's crazy.
That is
$600. So I wanted to bring this up, guys, because fitted hats are they're becoming the new sneaker. The new sneaker trend. They're exclusive to certain stores. Certain designers are designing them depending on what they are. This one is actually designed by a designer named called Manolo that's from Atlanta. Okay. And this one came out through a company named Hat Club. Now, if you guys can pick up any of these hats that Hat Club drops every week, they drop a collection of hats. And they usually have certain themes and stuff associated with them. Pick them up and flip them because they are the new sneakers. So, what do you think about this, Adam?
If I could sell it for that kind of money, I'd be being saying not to buy it. I mean, it's definitely a flip.
Yeah, and these hats retail from $45 to $50. So the margin,
the soles. When you pulled up soles, what other were they selling for? I mean, that particular one sold for that price, but typically, what did they sell for?
Yeah, I'll pull some up here. I'll just type in Hat Club, and of course, there's different sizes, different kinds of hats, and we'll bring up the soles. Some of them are more exclusive than others. Some of them are themed. As you can see, this blue Chicago Cubs. So for $140,
okay,
you have this this teal Diamondbacks. So for $120, this Detroit Tigers $189. Okay. Depending on certain ones. This one right here, this brown one, this Detroit Tigers. This one actually came out at Lids, and it's reselling for $120
at Lids. Okay,
and it came out in Lids. So they all have certain themes, and like this someone accepted best offer on this one, but the theme for this one was campfire. So they had a whole collection. As you can see, it comes with a pin. It's got like a little roasted marshmallow, green bottom, retails for $55, and someone took a best offer. I bet they sold for like $100. But if you guys can find a baseball cap, especially with the side patch, as you can see there, these side patches are great. And under visors, the sizes to look for are probably like 7.5. That's like the average size of a head,
right?
7 3/4, something like that. So what do you think about that, Adam? Did you expect a baseball cap to sell for that much?
Not for that much money, but I know from listening to you and other cap sellers that they were very valuable.
Yeah. So I don't like to resell them because I've started collecting hats.
You're more of a collector, right? Yeah.
I need to quit buying them because I just need to quit buying them.
You probably run out of
that and the Funko Pops.
Yeah. My wife actually got me a hat duffel bag that they make, so you can put 30 hats in there. It's made for like keeping your hats so they don't get dusty and dirty and all that stuff. I got that for Christmas. So all right, so let's move on. Skip or flip, Adam. We have here a Disney Mickey Mouse quart mini crock pot. It looks like it's brand new. You know, it's got the little I guess the Mickey Mouse head on the handle. It's got like his, I guess those are his shorts, right, Dustin?
His shorts? Okay.
You know, like the little, like the, I found it weird. I just thought, I don't know why I'm thinking about this. Mickey doesn't have a shirt and Donald doesn't have pants. You think that like they're sharing an outfit?
Probably.
You know what I mean? So I was just thinking about that. So what do you think? What's your thought process here, Adam? You skipping or you flip?
I'm going to flip. I don't think it's going to be as profitable as the Atlanta Braves hat, but I think it. I'm going to guess maybe a couple $100 probably resale.
A couple hundred. So what would be the comfortable price for you to purchase this, like at a yard sale or at a thrift store?
If I could sell for 200, if I paid 20, I'd be ecstatic.
Okay. What about you, Dustin? You skipping or you flipping?
Probably skipping.
What? How come?
I don't see anything special about it.
Okay. I mean, it's Mickey.
Because heck, Dollar General comes out with stuff like that all the time. I've seen like a freaking Mickey Mouse waffle maker, you know, stuff like
Dollar
that.
General? Okay.
Yeah, that'd be like $15 item.
Okay.
So.
All right. Let's see what the people at home are saying. Marie is saying flip. Alan is saying flip. Zach is saying pass, hard pass. Justin is flipping. Let's see what in the world. All right. So, Adam, this crock pot sold for $12.
Ooh. Okay.
I was right. Let's go.
So there you have it. There you go
for Disney. Okay.
I know it's a 0.6 quart. LOL. I don't even know how big that is.
0.6 quart. Okay.
Yeah. So
that's tiny.
So there you go. Just like, you know, just because it's Mickey or Disney, like Dustin was saying, you know, Dollar General sells that stuff. So they have some of the
I never go in Dollar General. I used to go try to get those Tuesday deals, but I haven't been there forever.
What kind of Tuesday deals do they got going on?
They have like 99-cent deals and things. You get an app and they tell you the different things are on sale.
Okay. Alan says, okay, got for free. I mean, let's say I wouldn't even want to flip it if I get it for free. What do you think, Dustin? $12 isn't worth my time.
Because you're in the hole after you ship it.
Well, you would charge for shipping, but still, I mean, for $12, your time's worth more than, you know.
Right.
Yeah. So say it takes you 5 minutes to list it, take the pictures and list it, and then you got to ship it.
Then you got the fees that come out and all that. Then your time to drop it off to the post
office. Right. You got to ship it. Yep. So yeah, it's definitely not worth it then.
So exactly. Mile High Hustler says skip, but we sold a clearance Instapot Mickey Mouse for $100, but an Instapot branded, purchased 30 on clearance. Let's go.
Instapot, right?
Yeah, a good branded one. Yeah, I can see that.
Do you mess with any of that stuff, Adam? Like Instapots, Ninja, stuff like that?
I'll pick some of it up on at yard sales. But I mean, that's obviously all used stuff, and I don't really mess with the newer things. I mean, I try to do retail arbitrage, but I haven't recently.
Speaking of retail arbitrage, Adam, we're actually going to have Mile High Hustlers on next week's show, and we're going to learn all about retail arbitrage. They are huge into Walmart clearance, so I'm super excited about that show for sure. So let's move on. Skip or flip, Adam. This one's a good one. So let me know what you guys at home are doing. So Adam, here we have and for the people at home, this is a Sony mini disc player. It's a Walkman brand, Sony Walkman. Comes with a couple of other accessories Looks like something you can, put skip the song, know what's playing. Portable mini disc recorder. Are you familiar with mini disc at all, Adam?
No, not really. I mean, I vaguely am, but I'm not real familiar with it.
Okay. Dustin, do you ever have a mini disc player?
I
No?
had a CD player, but not a mini.
Yeah, I had a CD and I had cassette and then DVD, but I never had a mini disc player.
Yeah. This was
I had the Walkmans back in the day, cassette tape players.
Yeah. This was like a weird period to where it was like before the iPod. So it's still like I had one and it would still kind of skip a little bit. Like I used it. I remember like listening to it like on the bus on the way to a football game, like we're all like getting hyped or whatever,
Okay.
So mini disc, what do you think about old technology, Adam?
I see a lot of videos and a lot of sellers that say they make good money on some of these old technology things, especially when they're in good condition.
Okay.
I said some of the people I follow on Instagram, they post their sales. Some things it's like, whoa, you sold that for that much?
Yeah. So what are you thinking about this mini disc player? Are you skipping or are you flipping?
I'm going to say flip.
Okay.
But
What
again,
about you,
I'm like 50-50, but I'm going to lean towards flip.
Old tech sales, I'm flipping.
Flipping. All right. Zach is flipping. Marie is skipping. Jonathan is flipping. We have Justin's flipping. Alan's skipping. We got a lot of skips. This is kind of like 50-50.
Yeah,
It
this kind of was like,
before iPods, Jonathan was saying, and Mile High Hustlers, they're saying flip. So what do you think? You're saying you're flipping, Adam. What do you think this is going for?
I'm going to guess around $100.
$100. What about you, Dustin?
I was gonna say 50 to 75.
Okay. What would be the comfortable price you would pick it up, Adam?
15 to 20.
What about you, Dustin?
$10 max.
$10 max? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All righty, let's go. So this Sony Walkman mini disc player sold at auction for $332.51. So there you have it.
Like I said, I
bought
follow
it for 100 then.
You need to get 300. I'm sure you pay 100.
Yeah. So Jonathan was saying 75 to 100. So there you have it, guys. I know when I was looking these up, of course, the Sony brand is the one that you need to look out for.
Right.
So there are some other mini disc players out there. They're not worth as much as this Sony branded, but mini disc players are worth some pretty good money, which is surprising, So what do you think? What do you think, Adam?
Did Panasonic make mini disc players as well?
That's a great question. I don't know the answer to that.
Okay.
I would think so.
Yeah, I would
I
thought
didn't
so
realize
too,
that was a thing until now.
You didn't have a mini disc? Well, you did.
No,
Yeah.
I had
we
CD, then I
discussed-
went straight to iPod.
Yeah, they make some. Panasonic does make some mini disc players. Here's one that just sold for $22, $24. Here's a good one, $99, $32, $119. Of course, I guess it's the particular one that you got to find.
Right.
Is worth
So
money.
obviously, Sony is worth more money.
Mm-hmm. So, guys, if you see I had one in the 90s, LOL. That's me for sure. So if you guys see a mini disc player out in the yard sale, Goodwill, or anything like that, pick it up, baby. So what'd you think about Skip or Flip, Adam?
I enjoyed it. I know you guys do it on your show all the time, every week. So I enjoy it.
Awesome. Well, great, man. Thanks for playing. So we're getting down to the nitty gritty here, Adam. We're at an hour, so we want to, we don't want to keep you on for too much longer because we respect your time and appreciate you coming on. And again, guys, make sure to follow Adam on all of his social media platforms. They're linked down in the description below. So, Adam, I want to talk about your YouTube show for a little bit. I know that you've been doing it for a long time now.
Right.
I feel like, and I like watching it. I don't always get to catch it on the live when it's live, but I go back and listen to it for sure. So I get, I saw the one you had with NFTs, and a couple other ones. So that's, kind of, where I got some of the, some of the questions. But just could you tell us a little about your show? Kind of let the people know, what it's all about, like why you wanted to start doing the show, like what are your goals for the show? You know, I know that you're a very goal oriented guy, and just tell us a little bit about it.
Well, like I said, and it was funny. We were talking earlier about shoveling snow. So I was talking to one of my neighbors, and I'm always about doing the right thing. I'm not religious, but I'm kind of like a believer of the golden rule. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. So, and again, I come from a background of everyone in my family was school teachers, other than me. My sister, my mother, my father were all school teachers. So I received a lot of knowledge from other resellers. So I said, well, if I can parlay that and help other resellers learn about reselling, and hopefully, I mean, at this point, I'm not making any kind of money really per se from my channel, but my goal is to at least offset some of my costs. I mean, I invest a lot of money. You and I have discussed about eventually using a mirrorless camera, and so I invested in that. I invested in a computer, actually 2 computers, microphones, video equipment, that kind of thing. So again, my goal is kind of to give back to the reselling community because they've helped me learn about reselling. I'm a fan of the free YouTube channels. There's a lot of them out there that have a lot of affiliate links and whatnot. If it helps you, I had somebody on, I had Ed on last week with List Perfectly. There's definitely a need for List Perfectly. Some people use Vendoo. They enjoy Vendoo. The Pittsburgh Picker, he uses Vendoo, software, cross-listing software. So, I mean, there's definitely a need for that. So again, and I always support the channels that help me. I would give them super chats. I would try to buy from their auctions. I would, maybe send them. I know back in the day when I first learned about this, one of the resellers I followed, she was a big fan of Sonic. So she was going through a tough time. And I said, and I bought like a 25-hour gift card to Sonic. And she had
food or the restaurant or the hedgehog?
The fast food
Okay.
restaurant. So she used to get whatever, she used to enjoy some of their drinks or something. So I said, all right, well, she used to list in her description of the video, she would list her P.O. box or whatever. So I got her a $25 gift card to Sonic. I'm all about giving back to people that have helped me. And so I can give back, and hopefully people would appreciate what I do.
That's awesome, Adam.
So that's how I feel.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, I feel like you give back to the community a lot, and I want to get you on. So you just need the watch hours to be monetized on YouTube, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
So guys, let's get Adam, on a playlist. Let's get his stuff going, and let's get him that watch hours because we want to get his stuff monetized, because I think that would be awesome. Would you say that's one of your goals for this year, Adam?
Absolutely. Yeah. And then I tell people too, if they can do me that favor, I mean, you don't have to watch my video per se. Like if you're listening or something, you can play it in the background. If there's something interesting, then you can stop and actually, look at the screen, but you can play it. It plays like a podcast.
Exactly. So we have Rachel Strickland just popped on.
Right.
Good to see you, Rachel. I know we have this inside wrestling joke, me and her back and forth, because I know how much she loves professional wrestling. We're talking about Johnny Knoxville entering the WWE Royal Rumble yesterday. He did not win. So do you like wrestling, Adam?
I was a wrestling fan back in the early 70s, the mid 70s. I know there's a lot of people that enjoy that, and I was never really, when I was like a teenager, I liked wrestling. And back in the day, Jimmy Superfly Snuka, and I guess Hulk Hogan was back then, and Jimmy was actually a local guy. He was actually from he lived in South Jersey for a long period of time.
That's awesome.
But yeah,
that's awesome. And my love for wrestling, for sure. So, Resell Daddy says now that's what you support. Now that's what you're supposed to do. Excuse me, give back. I love it. He's also saying I'll put you on auto replay, Adam. So
I appreciate that, Resell Daddy. Thank you.
Let's get them there for sure.
And I have a playlist. In fact, I have to upgrade a couple of my videos, put them on. I have a Reselling Rhythms that back in the day, that was the name of my show. I used to call it Reselling Rhythms. So I have a Reselling Rhythms playlist. I put all my live stream interviews with the resellers. I put them in the reselling videos playlist, Reselling Rhythms playlist. So you can just click on the playlist and it'll play them in order.
Awesome. And now this is a good segue. Speaking of giving back, guys, once we hit 3,000 subscribers, we're going to be giving away 2 of these thermal printers. So guys, If you haven't already subscribe to the YouTube channel, the Nashville Flippers, and you could win a thermal printer. So, Adam, I know we talked about goals for a little bit, and could you kind of explain to us maybe what are some goals that you have for this year on, just as a reseller, as a YouTuber? Just let us know, man.
Well, my goal is basically I'd like to get to about 3,000 subscribers. I would like to get monetized. It's not a lot of money, as you know, with the YouTube. When you get monetized, you make money with the super chats and whatever, buy me a cup of coffee. I mean, the ad revenue is not all that great, but I would like to get monetized. My goal is to get up to around 400 active listings on eBay. And I would like to add a couple more platforms, especially Facebook Marketplace. And I may do Poshmark as well. I'm considering it. I'm learning about Posture VA, the bot that helps share your closet, because I thought that was a lot of work to kind of share your closet. But if you can have the Posture VA do that, and apparently Poshmark is kind of taking a blind eye to that. Back in the day, they said it was against terms of service to use that type of thing, but apparently now I wouldn't say they're encouraging it, but they're kind of looking the other way.
They're probably invested in it somehow.
Probably
to make more money.
Yeah, right.
So, what made you want to even get on Poshmark? Because you sell clothes mostly, and you think
I am mostly clothes. I mean, I want to get more into hard goods, but I mean, I'm watching like I said, Ed the Reselling Rider. He's in a lot into athletic shoes. So it seems like athletic shoes sell better on Poshmark for a little bit more money. Granted, the fees are a little bit higher, but I think clothing in general sells at a little bit of higher profit on Poshmark.
Nice.
So if I can have the Posture VA share my closet, I don't have to do it. And then apparently you can set things up, and you can do like automatic send out offers to watchers and follow back people that are following your closet. So I mean that makes it automated. So I think it's a good program.
Perfect. All right. So last question that we have here for you, Adam, give us some tips for a pro reseller and a rookie reseller that you may have through your years of reselling. Maybe some things that you would have told your younger self about reselling, and maybe something that you want to tell yourself now that you're still not doing, that that you should be doing. Just kind of like some tips for a rookie reseller and someone that's a little more seasoned.
For a rookie reseller, I would say start out slowly. I mean, and you'll hear this on every reselling channel. Sell what you have around your home. If you have clothing, or you have maybe worn something in 6 months, or you have, it could be something as simple as, a DVD, VHS DVD recorder that's sitting in your basement. Don't go out and spend a lot of money. Take that money, sell the things that in your home or, that you have, and plow that into your reselling business. And then you can go out and buy things. The other thing I would say that it's very difficult to learn shipping. So again, I would probably, me personally, I would say probably learn eBay first. Don't spread yourself too thin to like 3 or 4 different platforms all at once, because you want to learn the one basically very well, and then, like I said, learn all the attributes of that particular resell outlet, and then you can take that and apply it to the other ones. But learn one really well, and I think the hardest thing to learn is shipping. For a pro, I would say constantly be doing research. Things are constantly changing. Values of things are changing. What's in vogue is changing. Like I told you, I have all these old women's jeans, and I have all the old styles that aren't selling. I mean, skinny jeans are selling now. I have all boot cut, and I have straight legs. Maybe I have something that was worth $50 back in the day, and maybe now it's selling for $10. Or maybe I have something listed for $20 that's not selling for $50. So constantly do your research. And again, I'm a big fan of watching the other reselling channels, things that I'm interested in. I try to learn. Again, that's why I bring people on my channel to learn from them and have my viewers learn as well. But I always want to expand my portfolio. Like I said, I definitely want to add selling athletic shoes to my platform. One thing that I always say, and I'm an older guy, I'm a big fan of these old sayings. There's a reason for them. Time is money. The only thing that is permanent is change. So again, guys, you always got to be adapting, and if something throws you, a sucker punch, you step to the side, dodge it, and then revert, and then change things up. I mean, who'd have thought with what's going on in the world, it's difficult to source now.
Crazy.
I mean, so maybe you have to source online, or maybe you have to source through YouTube auctions. But and one other tip I would give for the resellers, pro or beginners, always have a tab or two open when you're watching these YouTube auctions, because I know myself, I get caught up in the excitement of bidding for things. So again, open things up so when somebody lists something on the show, don't get all excited. Say, oh yeah, I can make money on that. No, have the tab open, have eBay open, have Macquarie open, whatever site you sell on. Have that open and research the price, and don't get caught up in all the excitement of doing an auction and overpay for things.
Mm-hmm. That's good. Have you ever thought about signing up for Whatnot, Adam?
I probably will, but I think that's further in the future.
Okay, nice.
I mean, I know Adam, the Pittsburgh Picker, was in the Whatnot. Ed, the Reselling Writer I just had was on the Whatnot. I'm pretty sure that Rachel is. I don't know if Rachel is currently on Whatnot. I know she was looking into it. So I mean, everyone, all these different resellers kind of share their knowledge, and that apparently is one of the hot reselling platforms right now. Right, but apparently there's a long waiting list to get added to that.
Yeah. Okay. Nice. Well, thank you so much for coming on, Adam. And guys, you can catch Adam on his YouTube channel. It's linked down in the description below. We've learned a lot today. We know that Adam likes to, you can catch him riding his skateboard, listening to his mini disc player, drinking his ocean spray on his way to eat deep dish pizza in Chicago, right, Adam? Something like that. So I appreciate you coming on, Adam. Thank you so much. Anything else for the people that you may have, Adam?
As far as what?
The people, just anything that you want to say to the people.
Oh no! I just want to thank them for supporting my channel. And again, if you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. And I know some of the people in the chat said they're going to play my my playlist, my Reselling Rhythms playlist. So I appreciate you guys' help. And again, just do things. Like I said, I'm a big fan of the golden rule: doing to others as you would have them doing to you. Just be nice to people and in general, and make the world a better place.
There you go. Awesome. Anything else, D-Man?
List your death pile.
List
I did that.
Cash pile.
Did that yesterday. 20 plus items listed. So we're good.
How are your sales? Did it help your sales?
It did a little bit. I had a couple today.
Good.
And one thing I posted yesterday. So
yeah,
I got faith. I got list some more this week.
I got a whole tub of stuff that I just got done listing. Haven't made any sales for it, but the stuff in this tub is some high dollar items.
Yep.
I have 2 of these. These are like almost $200. So the right person, bought that for $7. So.
And you listed it for 200.
It's like 150.
150. Okay.
So brand new, sealed. So all right. So guys, thank you so much for everyone in the chat. Thank you for the people that are listening at home. Again, if you haven't already subscribed to the podcast, make sure you subscribe, leave a 5-star review, and leave a little bit of review. Dustin and I would like to read them off here to the people. And so my name is Ray.
My name's Dustin.
My name's Adam.
There you go. And we'll catch you guys on the flip side. See y'all and God bless. Peace.